What's going on, Assassins? It's Darksharded YouTube Assassin, and we end the Taco Tuesday Trifecta with Assassin's Creed Origins. Now, we have Anubis as our normal mode god, which means you can begin these fights at level 40, and Anubis will be level 40 with you, unless you are higher level. If you have all the DLCs, the highest level is 55, so Anubis will match your level from 40 all the way to 55. If you're like level 38 and you want to try to challenge it, he'll still be level 40. So, what we want to do is make sure we're running all around this arena. We want to make sure that we're picking up all those bags. You're aiming for the bubble on his chest. These are basically the basics, obviously. The bags will keep us in the fight because they will give us extra arrows. You want to stay away from the red circle that is closest to the god because that will harm you. And you want to keep away from the yellow circle that is furthest from the god because that is out of bounds. You will reset this entire fight. You don't want to do that. At about 75, 50, and 25% of the god's health, they will release their minions. And Anubis will release quadruped minions at 25%, meaning these jackals. That's how you know you're at the end. He will also use as his attacks, besides having these enemies, when you kill the enemies, they will turn into circles of flame and shadow, which you want to avoid. He will have these bone cages that appear. Those bone cages are there to trap you, to kind of get you stuck on that flame and shadow. He'll also launch a couple of burning jackals at you, and then he will also have a wall of flame and shadow that will come at you. Anyway, at around 10% of his health, he will give up the fight. You'll get 1,000 XP, you'll get 250 drachma, and then you will get a tier 1 god item. Because I've already beaten it, I get just another 1,000 XP. If you partake in the community challenge, collectively we need to do 10,000 gods. We need to kill 10,000 of them. And upon the 10,000th god killed, you will obtain a tier 3 god item. So just keep that in mind. Now, next up, we have Sekhmet as our hard mode god. That means that she will be 3 levels higher than your highest level, as will her minions. So keep that in mind. If you are level 45, she will be level 48. I am level 55, she is level 58, as are her minions. You're going to follow the same path, the same kind of basics that I explained with the last god, except Sekhmet has different attacks. She has 2 fireballs that she'll throw. She has a giant circle that fills with flame. You want to make sure you get out of the way of that. And then she has a kind of fire beam that comes out of her skull, and it will dart off into 2 later on in the fight. So you definitely want to avoid that. Also keep in mind that if you have one of the enemies between you and one of the gods' attacks, the gods will actually harm their own minions. So just keep that in mind. You could actually burn them with their own whatever. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is you want to make sure you have the right gear. As far as gear goes, armor does not matter. What really matters is melee and distance kind of attacks. So for melee, I have swords that have health on hit and health on crit. Those are actually god items. If you don't have anything like that, you might want damage over time. The same thing with your arrows. My arrows are health on hit, health on crit. But if you've got anything that has poison on hit or bleeding on hit, that'll kind of sap away their strength and make the fight a lot easier. So for winning this, you will also get 1,000 XP, 250 drachma, and a tier 2 god item. If you already have it, as I do, you just get 1,000 XP. It's entirely possible to farm the gods, believe it or not. Anyway, in every major town, you will find the Nomad's Bazaar. Reda has set up shop, and he has carbon crystals, which you can use to upgrade certain gear. I tell you guys all the time not to, because there are plenty of that in the world. And then he also sells Heka chests, which give you an opportunity to obtain a legendary or an epic item. Legendaries are better in this game. You could sell
I need
off
some
both
things to finish a
legendary and
piece I'm
epics, and
working
you
on.
can also
Since you
get
wandered the
duplicates. Keep
desert,
that in mind.
perhaps you
You
can
could
find a
sell off
few
the
things for
duplicates.
Reda.
They change in level. Every day around 8 p.m. Eastern, he will
A
give you a
completed
brand
task
new daily quest,
requires
and
a
as you saw,
reward,
this
does
one
it
was
not?
easy. I had the materials. He gives me 1500 XP and a legendary item, the Berserker Blade. I'm pretty sure I got this, so I'll probably sell this off. Anyway, that's all there is for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. See you guys all in the next one.